Oh, and we'll wait. We'll wait. We're waiting. We are waiting. Where's everybody at? All right, one's here. What's going on with comments? Ah, there we go. Now we have comments. Okay. Leah, does the comments work? Yeah. How's that? I actually had the mic turned away a little too much. Let's bring it back. How's that? Better? Turn that go down a little. Ah, no problem. All right. We are going to get straight into it. And as people come, if they're wondering what's going on, Leah, you can tell them. We're making frogs today, horny toad style, top water. The color that we're going with, I have actually been working on this color today. I will show you what it looks like. It is a very, very swampy green. So to make this color, it has a little bit of motor oil, green pumpkin, and green chartreuse. Let me get a temperature. So, 5 seconds. Yes, I will send your shipment. Just send me your address on Facebook. I think you gave it to me once before, but I think you have moved since then. Yeah, we have a very large quantity that we're going to be doing. I'm going to make as many frogs as I can in the time that we have. We've got, I don't know, roughly 40 minutes left, I think. Almost 45. So let's go ahead and get one started, and then we will start the discussion. All right, 350. I can work with that. It's gonna, first one, of course, it's going to be a little cold, so let's get it in. Oh, yeah, rather cold. It's all right. I never expect the first frog to look good. If it does, it does. If it don't, kind of expected. So let's let this cool down. And our first topic of the day, I want to know what everyone's favorite reel is, style reel, whether you like a bait caster or a spinning reel. Mine personally is a classic that I actually can't find anymore. I've looked on eBay. I've looked a lot of places, but the Quantum Hypercast, I think it was called the Hypercast 2. It had a trigger on it. So you pull the trigger and cast it with ease. It was my favorite reel I ever had. It was a popular reel when I was, crap, 14 or 15. I remember the trigger quit working on that, and I still use that reel. I forget what happened to it. Might have got stolen. I don't even remember. Yeah, we're already starting off with problems. Let the problems begin. I do not wear rubber gloves. I just wear mechanic gloves. The rubber gloves, and it's still too hot. Need to get a little more foil on this. That was a big push. Probably about time to change the seals on this thing. Back in here now. But anyways, like I was saying, the Quantum Hypercast was my favorite reel. The reel that I use currently really depends on what I'm fishing for. So I have a Zebco spinning reel that I got at Academy that's on my bass pole right now. Let's see, I have so much reels, it's pathetic. But my main reel that I use currently is the Zebco, only because the price was right, and I don't like to spend a lot of money on my fishing stuff. I don't need all that flashy stuff. Just give me a pole and a reel, and I'm happy. I don't need anything fancy. My rod is nothing fancy. I have a few fancy, expensive ones, and they really don't even leave here. I just have them to have them. I have a Tidewater deep sea. I have a pen for deep sea. They're bait cast styles. I have a bigger Zebco spinning reel that I use in saltwater. We should be able to open this. Let's see how bad the first one came out, shall we? Love it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Actually, it came out really good. Came out complete. Came out nice. Get it in the water and cool it down. And then we'll see if that color is going to be good. So now I'm going to put some worm oil on both sides of the mold. That will help it release after we inject it. So one of the things that really I wish I could do differently about doing the live stream here on YouTube now instead of TikTok is on TikTok I could have music playing in the background and not get a copyright problem. Here I can't do that. So I'm trying to keep the topics interesting and give us something to talk about since we don't have music. So I'm still waiting to see what everyone's favorite fishing reels are. And I'm going to start this microwave again, so it's going to get a little noisy. I can't turn that with music like I used to. We're at 187 degrees. We need 350. So let's give it 45 seconds to start. And let's see, I got that ready. This moves a little better, so this stays moving. Is that I think I've seen that reel at Walmart. I'm trying to remember what it looks like in my head. Let's see, it was polished aluminum with Was it blue lettering? Absolutely. I will agree with that. Jesus is the way. I bet you didn't picture me as religious. I know some people don't, but it's not necessarily anything against a religion. I respect all religions. And everyone has the freedom to practice whatever religion they want to. But here, we pray to the fishing gods. Red. Now, see, now you're going to have to send me a picture of it. Because I got to put this back in the microwave just a tad bit longer. I'm trying to picture it in my head. And for some reason, I can't. But one of the slow processes about this is sometimes you don't get the correct temperature the first time around. I just got a new coffee pot tonight because I got tired of the Keurig. I got an old school 12-pot coffee maker. Now I can have coffee whenever I want. I don't have to worry about the Keurig. Kind of happy about that. Best decision I ever made. Hello, Wyoming. There's good fishing out there. Fly fishing, if I recall. I'm not big on fly fishing. For some reason, my hands can't do the motion. My arms can't do the motion. The guy that did American Ninja Warrior can't fly fish. Go figure. All right, let's inject one. Next frog. Beautiful. Let's let that cool down. I bet Wyoming is nice this time of year. It'd be what, hunting season now? Hot, hot, hot. Go ahead. Say it in the comments. Dumbasses. Michigan, what is going on? I have fished in Ann Arbor. I think I went to Cabela's in Ann Arbor once. It might have been a Bass Pro Shop. It was one of them, but I think they're the same now. Let's check this frog out. It should be cooled off. Yeah, it is. So this color here, it is deep, it is dark, it is swampy. I love it. Tomorrow, I'm going to go fishing. And unfortunately, these won't be ready, but I have some that I did last week. Kind of the same color, just not quite as dark. But I'm going to go give this one a try tomorrow morning. I will make a regular video about that, whether I catch something or not. I'm going to bring some content to you. I don't exactly know what tomorrow's temperature is going to be. I'm in Florida, so topwater fishing is hit or miss. All right, let's clean the injector. And I think no one wants to discuss their fishing preference anymore. I haven't seen anyone else talking about their favorite reel. So I imagine we can move on. Great. She's all I want in a way. Ah, Stacy, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me. Oh, yes. Love me some quantum. Absolutely love quantum. I don't think I have any more quantums. How's it going to be my favorite reel? I don't even have one anymore. I have not had one since the Quantum Hypercast. What was I doing? Oh, sorry. I'm getting off topic. All right. So everyone's got great reel preferences. I love every single one of them. Let's open this one up. It should be ready. Yeah. You want to see what this one looks like? I said, do you want to see what this one looks like? All right, 3, 2, 1. Looks good. Oh, gorgeous. A little bit of flashy. Nothing major. Easy to pick off. In there. Get this in there. So another thing, out of any lure that you have used, and it's got to be lure, artificial only, what is or was your favorite? Mine, I can't even figure out how to make the color. I cannot recreate it to save my life. It's not made anymore, but it was made by Berkeley Power Bait, and it was called Christmas Cider. I have not seen that since I was probably 16. Was the last time I seen a Berkeley Christmas Cider. I have looked online to see if I could find even something close to making the color on it. The closest I've ever come was a green pumpkin with a little bit of the flurple. I was able to get super close to the color, but I can't quite get the orange tint that was in it. Yeah, the Little John one. It's like my favorite sound on this soundboard. Got to be my absolute favorite. Now, see, rooster tail I can get down with. One of the ponds that I fish at, I took a smaller rooster tail, and it was cast after cast. Let me get a temperature of this so I can get started on the next 218. We got to hit 350. Let's do 40 and drink some coffee. I really miss being able to play music. That's one thing I miss about doing the lives on TikTok. Is we had music in the background. It was a party. It was a good time. Where is my dip? Oh, I don't have it on me. Another favorite lure of mine is the 3-inch swim bait that I make. Because I kill the bass and bluegill with it. $3.57. Good 10. All right. Shall we? That was a good injection. That one is going to come out gorgeous. Let that cool down. Happy Saturday. I mean, I'm down to go fishing when I get up there to visit. There, let's see. MBK, are you still here? You're in Ohio. You'll go fishing with us too, won't you? That was a good. That felt really good. That's how it should deal all the time. Hot there. In case anyone is not familiar with the 3-inch swim bait that I make, that one. Oh, yeah. This is my favorite color. This is my favorite swim bait. Since I got the mold for the 5-inch swim bait, I have still not caught anything with it. I keep trying, but I'm not getting anywhere. I got to go to the right spot, I guess. And I'm clearly not in the right spot. That's what I like to hear. You get drugged with us to go fishing. Because fishing is great. So is beer. I could go for a beer right now, but instead I have coffee and I don't know where I put my dip. I have Grizzly right now. So the whole reason I have Grizzly, not really a funny story, it's just me throwing my old man temper tantrum. I play a mobile game called Age of Origins, actually with MBK. And we was on the game last night, and I got kicked off the game, and it said they was doing maintenance. Well, I was in the middle of doing something important, so I got pissed off and threw my Copenhagen at the wall, and it opened up and spilled everywhere. Like I said, just me throwing my old man temper tantrum, because that's what I do best. Coors. Ugh. Isn't that the equivalent of drinking piss? I know. You know how I am. My temper throws. All right. I'm going to pause for like 2 seconds. Oh, almost died. Okay, I'm back. Did you miss me? Even if you didn't miss me, I don't care. Because I wanted a dick. Yes, please don't download Age of Origins. That game is a black hole. Got the Grizzly. Not happy about it. A lot of depression. A lot of headaches. I go through so much BC powder. Alright, let's see here. Are we ready to open? Oh, first let's look at this one again. It hasn't changed from the other one. I just figured I'd show you either way. Yeah. Alright. Next one. 3, 2, 1. Yep. Just as sexy. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you. You're too kind. You're too kind. I don't know what I'd do without you. I love you all. Give it some worm oil for the easy release. We're going to change up the plastisol a little bit. We're going to glitter it up a little more. Get a little fancy with that shit. And I'll give my injector a few minutes to cool down yet. You still hot? I hope so. So, let's see. It's got blue and purple in it. Alright, let's put some teal. Just dumping that shit in. That's an idea. The only problem is, I don't know if I would have the glitter. necessary to make that effect. Oh, that looks cool as shit. Burning my hand. Yeah, so cool. I feel glitter really. Get it in the microwave. Yeah, how good it looks. Let's do 40. What? Wait. Cheap microwave. There we go. For next week's live stream, we have this glob of blue that we're going to do. I think we're going to do 2 different swim baits next week. We're going to do the one that absolutely aggravates me to no end because of the cleaning process that you go through after you inject. I still haven't cleaned it from last time, but it's the 5-inch swim bait. That's going to be next week's stream, which will be on Thursday. I'm trying to plan coming to Ohio on my daughter's birthday. That'll give me a reason to have to be in Kilbuck. Her birthday is in January, just like mine. Hers is the 13th, mine's the 23rd. I need to microwave it a little more. I'm hoping to be able to come up for a week and have the slide-in camper on the S10. I still have some work to do to the S10 before I trust it to go cross-country. It's got problems. My body control module is bad right now, so I don't have low beams. I don't have turn signals. My heater controls don't work. I have put salt in the baits when I need them to sink. So, like my Senkos, every now and then I'll put a little salt in them just to give them that sinking effect, so I don't have to use a massive full sinker. I absolutely hate them around here because all of our water has logs, branches, and any other snags, and sometimes cars and sunken boats. There we go. That's a nice sound. I am diehard freshwater fishing to the core. Now, my fishing team that I fish with, we do saltwater tournaments. You know, that was like King of the Beach a couple weeks ago that I didn't even bother to make a video about because the fishing was horrible. But we still had fun. So I guess technically I do both, but I prefer freshwater. Catfishing is my absolute favorite fishing to do, but I do a lot of bass fishing, obviously, because I make all these lures and I showcase them in my videos. There's one day this little operation, it's going to be huge. You've never fished an ocean? Have you ever been out of Ohio, Leah? Here's that last frog. Looks good. I know I don't need to show them all the time because they all look the same. This one won't look much different, even though it's got more glitter and a different color in it. There we go. Something is buzzing in the background. I don't know what it is. I wonder if it's the microwave making it buzz. Not really. I don't know what it is. Which beach was you 5 minutes from? There's beaches all up that coast. This coast. We're on the same coast. Lake Erie was a fun place to fish. I miss fishing Lake Erie. Let's see, when it comes to Ohio freshwater fishing, Mosquito Lake and Atwood Lake are my two favorite fishing spots. Well, one of my favorite fishing spots was also Shreve Lake. But the last time I was in Ohio, Shreve Lake was still drained and heavily damaged. I have heard it's fixed. So you was probably like Myrtle Beach or something like that? South Carolina, is that Myrtle Beach? I think it is. Shreve Lake is back. That's catfish heaven. I used to ice fish Shreve Lake all the time too. Fun story about ice fishing. I was ice fishing in Kilbuck at the Sportsman's Club there. I don't know if it's still there, but there used to be a pond. Might have been a swamp. I don't remember. This was a long time ago. But me and my buddy Marty, we went ice fishing down behind there. And we didn't do a ice thickness test. We just put stuff on a sled and started stomping out there. There was a giant crack. I fell in. I was like, it was only like waist deep, so it wasn't bad. It was still kind of cold, but not bad. And even though I could have put my leg up and pulled myself out, I guess it was too cold and I wasn't thinking, and I was like trying to pull myself up. It was hilarious. You had to be there to see how funny it was, but I was like trying to pull myself. It was definitely a highlight of ice fishing. Fishing in Kilbuck in general was never any good. Like, I fished Kilbuck Creek a lot, especially in Millersburg, like by the swimming pool, Chrissy Memorial Pool, I think it was called. Me and my cousin Justin Lewis used to fish under that bridge all summer long. And we ended up finding another spot on the backside of the fairgrounds. And we fished there all the time. But we used to fish Kilbuck Creek way too much. Surprisingly, you can catch northern pike there. I love river fishing, providing you find a river that's not polluted, septic. I honestly forget what time I injected this. It looks ready. Too soon. Yeah, let's open it. 3, 2, 1. So, good news, bad news. Which one do you want first? Mohican River. Yeah, I fished that. Or it might have been Tuscarora. How long have I not lived in Ohio now? Let's see. Haley is 18, be 19 in January. So I've lived in Florida now for 22 years. And well, good news is gorgeous. Bad news is the beat did not come out. So we're gonna put that one back in and melt it back down. There's another spot we used to catfish. I don't know if it was a river. I don't know what it was, but it was up on, what is that place? So when you're going from like Millersburg to Worcester, it Y's off, and you can go both ways. But if you go left, it'll take you up by like a Timkins Bearing place, and there is a spot back that road. I'm telling you what, fish are a battle. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the live. I didn't check at temperature. 239. Let's give it 1 second. There's quite a few spots in Ohio where catfish are obscenely huge. The one species of fish that I never caught that was very big in Ohio was bluegill. For bluegill at Lake Buckhorn down by Clark. Well, welcome to the live. We love new people here. We are making fishing lures. Today we're making topwater frogs, also known as point toads. I never caught a muskie in Ohio. I caught muskie in Pennsylvania, I believe. I think it was Pennsylvania. It might have been Ohio. I don't know. It was places called Andover. We were staying in a farmhouse up there. Not quite the temperature yet. And we went fishing and we caught some muskie. Kind of think it was Pennsylvania. So, we're going to put this in for about 25 more seconds. Oh, this frog. I kind of want to try it out tomorrow. I made it a few weeks ago. Full on chartreuse. Yeah, this is a better 10. Let's get this one injected ASAP with that temperature. Perfect. That one's going to have a lot of flashing on it. Oh, shit. Oh, boy. Pleasant Hill. I fished there a lot back in the day with Marty. It was hit or miss on catching fish. It was definitely fishing. Definitely wasn't catching. We went one time. It was kind of chilly out. Okay, it was more than chilly out. We was bundled up. But for some reason we wore rubber boots. My feet was so cold. And when my feet get that cold, like it's a bad day. Hey, what's up? In Central Florida. I work up by there quite a bit. I went fishing in Cocoa Beach not all that long ago. It turned into a surfing accident. And now I'm missing a piece of the toe. Biggest redfish I have ever caught, I think, was like 17 inches. Wasn't anything to write home about, but I caught it on a rattle trap in brackish water. I always want some meatloaf. So we are 39 minutes. I mean, it was a fun fight for 17 inches. I'll say that much. It was one of the best fights I've had fishing brackish water. Oh, I almost forgot about that. Yeah, so redfish story time. So I was fishing. There's a river down the road from me. I live in Bradenton, Florida. There's river down the road from me. It doesn't get fished all too often, but every now and then I'll go down there and I'll cast out. And I had a rattle trap on, and I could see the gar swirling around. I was like, I hope I don't get one of these big things. I had kind of a small rod. It was a medium action rod, and it was cold for Florida at that time. Something hit. I set the hook, and it was a mighty fight. And I got it up to the edge, and I'm looking. I'm like, okay, I'll figure out how I'm going to get this thing up because it's 5 foot between from where I was in the water. So as I'm looking, this fish got its second wind and it took off. It pulled me off of the bridge into the water. I lost that fishing pole, unfortunately, and that was one of my favorite fishing poles, even though it was just, Walmart cheapo. It did the job. That damn thing pulled me in the water. I was soaking wet. It was cold. I had my mom's truck at the time because mine was broke down. So here I am trying to find cardboard or anything else I could find on the side of the road to put over the seat so I didn't soak it. I'm just dripping water from head to toe. Had water in my dip can. I still finished that can of dip. I didn't care. The Snoopy pole. I think that might have been my first fishing pole. I have that aftermath video for when that fish pulled me in somewhere in my phone. I have way too many videos in my phone these days. I need to get through it and get rid of some. So it doesn't look like this is quite ready to pull yet. So let's let that rest a second. And while we wait, I really want to do a Cinco in this color. So let me get a Cinco mold ready. And like I said, tomorrow I'll be out fishing. I'm going to do a video with some of the other frogs I made the other week. And I'm going to take some 5-inch swim bait. So I'll have my little dock runner pole out there. That little pole is one of my favorite poles. All like 3 foot long. It makes fish fighting phenomenal. Alright, so we're 287. So if we get this, I'm going to say 30 seconds. I really need to cool the injector down a little bit. The thing's hot. And I know the live does not seem all that interesting. Most of the time are pretty funny. Hey, they are. They're kind of funny. So if you would be so kind to subscribe, and of course go back and look at some of the other ones, and some of my old content when I still did Ninja Warrior stuff and flipping stuff. There's some good stuff in there if you don't mind foul language. I cuss like a sailor. I apologize to anyone that may offend. It's just my personality. I mean, no disrespect and no offense by it. This is not quite the temperature that I want to inject the Cinco at. So we're going to put it back in for a little bit longer. Let's do 20 seconds. That should give us the temp that we're looking for. Today's been a very productive day. I literally almost did nothing other than drink coffee today and prepare for doing this tonight. And of course played Age of Origins. Why am I taking my gloves off? I need those. Sometimes I don't think. Okay, all the time. Don't judge me. There, my. That's the temperature I like to see. All right, let's get a Cinco going, shall we? Yes, we should. Yes, beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, that injection felt so nice. Not bad for being cold, right? not bad at all. So getting back on the topic of the regular YouTube videos, one of the series that I'm working on is I'm trying to put together a series that's somewhat entertaining about my truck build for camping and all sorts of outdoor adventures. Hold that thought a second. We're going to open this real quick before I go any further. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, see, it didn't even come out all the way, though. Something's going on here. Let's see if we can figure out what happened. All right, I know what happened. We're going to put this back in. We're not going to use that one. So there is a temperature difference in the front and back of the mold. 123 for the front side and 118 for the back side. So there is a rapid cooling effect that was going on, and I didn't catch it. That is my fault. But we still got 4 solid frogs out of it that I'll be able to use. I have been sent. It just says sent 100. Sent 100 of what? Well, definitely thank you for sending the 100. I'm not complaining at all. I appreciate every single one of you. And if anyone would like any lures that you see made in any of the videos or lives, you can reach me on Instagram at TJBruce15. Leah, can you post that in the comments? TJBruce15 is the Instagram. You can email me at tjbruce15@gmail.com. And we can talk about what colors you're looking for, what glitters. What we offer are 5-inch swim baits, these ribbon tails, and like I said, any color. I can do almost any color. We have Senkos. We have my personal favorite, the 3-inch swim bait. We have, of course, the horny toad. More molds are coming for more stuff. Just got to give me time. Stuff's expensive. I'm a poor people. Let's open the Senko now. And then we will call it a night. So 3, 2, 1. That is a gorgeous Senko. Color is absolutely phenomenal in Senko. My camera is dirty. Probably should clean it before I started. So we pull that little bit of flashing off, pull the runner off, get it in the water. Oh yeah, and Leah has posted the fishing group Discord. Feel free to join. You can contact me there for lures as well. Thank you, Leah, for bringing that up. I almost completely forgot we had a Discord for this. Whatever you want, fishing tips and tricks. You can share lures that you like. You can share whatever you want there. I don't care. It makes for great discussion. If you have any ideas for any colors, you can also share them there, and I will do my best to create the color you asked for in a live stream. Our live streams are going to be going on from now on Thursdays, 7:30 Eastern time. Like I said, I am on the East Coast. Yeah, I'm in Florida. It's East Coast. Thank you for the heart. These clamps are the best clamps ever. They really are. They come in handy for absolutely everything. Holding molds together, pinching nipples. It don't matter. They work great. Let's see. The Cinco should be cool enough to see. We'll show off the Cinco and then we'll go ahead and call it a night so everyone can go back to their daily lives. We've already went over on the live by 6 minutes. No big deal, right? Take a look at that. That is gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you. You are all too kind. Thank you for coming to the live. I hope to see you next Thursday in the live. I'm still trying to figure out the whole live stream thing on YouTube. I used to do it on TikTok, and you could actually join the live on TikTok, and everyone could be part of the discussion instead of just in the chat. I'm trying to figure out how to do it here. I'm tech dumb. Bear with me. So with that being said, let's go ahead and end it. I will give you all a kiss. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to join the Discord. Have a good night, everyone.